account is going to give you the power to delete this account off your credit report. And don't worry, the credit bureaus might play hardball. We all know how, there's stall tactics and all of that stuff, but the goal is to never give up, be persistent, and you'll get this account deleted off your credit report. No doubt in my mind. This account right here is the same one as this one, so we're not really going to break it down. I want to show you guys a collection account. Okay, Kevin Jewelers. Okay, this is another question that I get asked to by my one-to-one coaching clients is, okay, Mitch, I have an account, but I have nothing to compare it. Oh, well, question the validity of the whole thing. Like, for example, just look at the late payments now. How can you go from being okay to then 60 days? No, it has to be 30 days because there's not 60 days in 1 month. There's 30 days. So, like, they skipped the whole freaking month here. So, all of this is inaccurate information, and boom, that's all you need. Now, we're going to go down through here. One way to question is just question the whole validity of the account. Be like, okay, what's the account number? Okay, you say monthly payment. Okay, 0. Okay, here. Now let's I hope I'm not sounding too rude, but just let's try to use a little bit of just common sense, right? This account says right here, payment status repossession, right? But it says the account was paid. How can you pay a repossession, but it's being repoed? Makes no sense, right? Those are the things that they're right there in front of you, but because you don't understand, what you're looking for, they're gonna pass your head. But now that you know, you're gonna be question things like that, and this is how you would attack accounts, because you just look at them and there's violations, there's inaccurate information. Again, there's a repo, but it's saying that you owe 0 and that it's paid. How could that be possible? How can you owe $0 on a car that's already paid, but it's in repossession, but it's being repo? That's inaccurate, false information. Credit limit 500. Merchandise was taken back, but how can it be taken back if the person paid? Right? It gets your wheels thinking. So this is how you would challenge an account that you have no data to compare from TransUnion and Equifax. You just start looking at the account and questioning every little column here. And you want to check, and you also want to ask, is this the correct date of last activity, a date of last active, or what they call a dollar date? You ask them, when you're disputing, ask in questions. It throws off the Oscar, and it goes to your favor to getting the account deleted. Now, this is a negative account. Obviously, we know it's a repo. That's how we would attack a repo. Let's scroll down. Same account. Same one like we just covered on top, so I won't touch base on that. Let's continue to scroll down. I want to get to a charge off. Okay, perfect. This is a charge off account. How do I know? You go to payment status and it says charge off. You read the comments and it says charge off. I'll show you guys another quick tip on how you can spot a difference between a charge off and a collection account. And see, a collection account is good. I know this is a collection agency. I deal with them all the time, so that's me personally. I already know. But one quick tip is that you'll always see that they'll have the original creditor and in parentheses the name, and that's how you can tell right away from the top of your mind that this is a collection account, because it's telling you the original creditor. So that means that this is a collection agency and they bought the debt from this original creditor. All right, going back to sorry for going off topic, but let's go back to the charge off. A lot of people get confused. They're like, oh, how do I attack a collection account? How do I attack a charge off? How do I attack a student loan letter, a repossession? I understand it can be a little bit overwhelming, a little bit intimidating, but that does not matter. All you got to do is, again, you attack the account based on faction disputing, and you go by column by column by column. Doesn't matter if the account is only $1 or $75,000 balance. You attack the account simply the same as you would any account by factually disputing. Is it up to Metro 2? Is it following Metro 2 compliance? Is it up to EOSCAR protocol? And is it following the Fair Credit Reporting Act? Is it accurate information? No. And that's, yes, it should be, but is it? That's how you attack accounts. So don't, whether it's a charge off, collection account, again, so forth and so on, even a collection account, don't get thrown off. You're factually disputing, you're pointing out discrepancies and inaccuracies on the credit report. Okay? Don't shoot the messenger, pretty much, So here, this is a charge off. This is how we're going to attack a charge off. Dear Experian, I recently pulled my credit report. I noticed that, let's go down this credit report. The account number on the TD Target account is inaccurate and inconsistent. How is this possible? Look at guys, this is the account number is completely different. This is like saying you have a different social for different government agencies. Like when I go to the IRS, I have a different social, or when I go to the DMV, I have a different social. That just sounds weird. It makes no sense. It's impossible. Again, you cannot have different account numbers for one account. Make sure make sure that you know that. Okay, if you didn't, well now you know. Again, just these are little things that are right in front of our faces that we just keep overlooking. Because again, most of us don't know what we're looking at, but now that you know, you gotta look for the inconsistencies and inaccurate information across the credit bureaus. You pin them against each other and you start questioning. And now, just with having one little thing, you question the whole validity of the whole credit report, because now you can't trust the word that it's accurate if it's following the Oscar protocol and if it's following Metro 2 standards. Okay, so in this account, boom, it's inaccurate. We're gonna write that down. Okay, we're gonna see, is it revolving? Okay, credit card. Why is this one missing? This one, you shouldn't have any fields missing. Again, Metro's 2 format needs to have this filled. Okay, so this is missing a field where it shouldn't be missing. Let's look here. Derogatory monthly payment 00. Okay, date open. Okay, again, date open. Did I open it on the 2nd or did I open it on the 1st? Now, is Experian and Equifax reporting it the right one and TransUnion is reporting the incorrect one? Or could it be that TransUnion is reporting the correct one and these two are reporting the inaccurate one? Well, now actually I can't even trust a word they're saying, because again, I'm questioning the whole validity of the account, because apparently they can't keep their facts straight. So that's how you challenge this column. And you just go down the list, last reported, see just in discrepancies across this 3 credit bureau. Date of last active, this is going to be your biggest gun. Again, this date needs to be 100% accurate, because if this date is not accurate, there's a possibility they're re-aging your account, and violates this goes hand in hand with the statute of limitation on how long a creditor can come after you. So if, let's say for example, a creditor comes after you one day after the statute of limitations, well, how will you know? Because this is inaccurate information. So how do you know what day you fall into? So again, another, I'm not sure if you guys ever heard it, but a lot of people call this date the DOLA date of last active, date of last activity. But again, this is very huge. Look at all 3 of them are inconsistent. So this is amazing for you. If this happens to be you, because this is you're just having ammunition, past ammunition, more ammunition to get this account deleted. Date of last payment. Okay, boom. How can you have 2 different dates of last payment? You can't. You simply can't. So these are the things where this is how you read a credit report. You make sure there's an account name, make sure the account number. There shouldn't be any missing field, especially if this one has the field. Like, how does, okay, Equifax, like, is this a credit card? Is this a personal loan? Like, this is stuff that they need to have. Now let's look at this collection account. Again, don't get thrown off by how do I dispute a collection account. You dispute it by factually disputing. Again, is it Metro 2 compliant? Again, is it reporting accurate information? Because again, according to the FCRA, the Fair Credit Reporting Act, whatever a creditor puts an account on your credit report must be 100% accurate and verifiable. Again, that's how we attack. Doesn't matter what kind of the account it is. So right here, we're gonna go, boom. Okay. One thing that I want to let you know is that sometimes these collection agencies get really tricky, and they won't put the name of the account here or who's the original creditor. That in itself is a violation, and you can get the account deleted just based on that. Okay, so we're gonna go, but obviously right now that's not the case. It actually has a name and the actual name of the original creditor. We're gonna tag, let's see, the account. Actually, the accounts do match on this one. Account type, it's a collection account. Okay, individual, derogatory. Actually, this one's okay. Monthly payment on a collection account, a monthly payment should be at 0, or these dashes. It's technically, these dashes are not okay, because again, every field needs to be filled if it's Metro 2 compliant, but it's not a biggie. Date open. Okay, well this is all we need. Just all we need. This says it was open on the 28th. This says it was open on the 1st. Which one is the right one? We don't know now. Now I'm questioning the whole thing of this account, if it's even accurate to begin with, because now because I found an inconsistency, I can question the whole validity of this whole account. Number of terms, this should be a 0, but okay, it has dashes, no biggie. We already got one ammunition, which is the date open. Let's see, high credit limit. Okay. Yeah, high balance and high. Okay, good. Okay, payment status. Okay, last report. Not a big biggie. Date last active. Again, this is the one that you always want to look for sure, 100%. You do not want to look over this column. Data last activity or like date of last active is your dollar day. Again, this reages. This determines the statute of your limitation that a creditor can come after you. Obviously, here you have awesome because they have all three of them is actually reporting an inconsistent date. So again, just with one little thing here on the date open, you can get this account deleted because again, it's not following the three Oscar, Metro, and FCRA. And this is how you get it. And the same with this one. There's another collection account. Again, remember how I told you it's in parentheses and I'll tell you the original creditor. That's a little cheat sheet to know right away if it's a collection account. On this one, it's not reporting on Equifax, but it's reporting on Experian and TransUnion. So it has the same account number. Okay, fine. Okay, date open. We're gonna ding them on this. We're gonna write that in our letter. It's reporting inaccurate information. How? Because it's reporting two different dates of the account being open. Which is it? If they don't know, then they should have no right to report this account. Again, let's look at the date of last active. There's a dollar day. Boom, there we go. This is the things that you write when you write your letter. So this is how you read a credit report, guys. Again, this is another collection account. You guys can see parentheses. And collection accounts on IdentityIQ are always going to be the last ones on the credit report. Another collection account. I want to show you guys to a hard increase, how they look like. You scroll all the way to the bottom. And here this individual only has 3 hard inquiries. It's going to show you the creditor name and the date that the inquiry that this person applied for this inquiry. Again, you guys only want to delete inquiries that are not attached to any open positive accounts. You only want to dispute and delete inquiries that are if you went and applied and you got denied, those are the inquiries you want to get those are the inquiries you want to delete. So here you would just copy the name and then you copy the date of the inquiry and then you write the letter to TransUnion and say, hey, I did not authorize this hard inquiry. Please delete off my credit report. Sometimes you might go second or 2, 3 rounds, but it's okay. Sometimes things fall off on the first round. Sometimes things don't fall off to the 3rd round. It just really depends. Sometimes even 4 rounds, 5 rounds. The key with credit repair is to never give up, become a squeaky wheel, and be persistent. If you had a bankruptcy, it'll show right here under the public information tab. And if you ever wanted to contact a creditor, all you got to do is scroll down. It's going to tell you the name, and it's going to tell you the address, and even show you the phone number. Some of these phone numbers are not accurate. I've called them myself, but 7 out of 10 times somebody does answer, and I'm able to talk to somebody in that department, and sometimes get I call them usually for like a late payment or if I want some clarity on some accounts. But yeah, this is how you read a credit report. Let me know if you guys have any questions, if there's anything that I missed or that I overlooked, there's something that you want some clarity on. Make sure to drop it down in the Facebook group. I'll definitely we'll set some time and answer the questions on the Facebook group because I want you guys to succeed. I hope this was very helpful, and I'll see you guys in the next video.